Well, the National Miss USA pageant is taking place in a few weeks. News 12's Kimberly Kravitz had a chance to meet with our reigning Miss New Jersey as she prepares to take the national stage.
No dream is too big for this Jersey girl.
It was too good to be true.
This is the home of where 26-year-old Alexandra Lockman grew up and spent most of her time before graduating from the Fashion Institute of Technology. And now she's spending most of her time training for her big day.
We are in the final stretch, so I leave for Miss USA on September 25th. That's almost in 3 weeks.
Capturing the title of Miss New Jersey USA 2022 was a dream come true for Alexandra as she won on her 7th time competing in the Miss and Teen divisions.
I was so used to my name being called as the first runner-up, so I was kind of just expecting that. For me, I felt like I was always looking to see, well, this is what the winner looks like from last year. This is what I need to look like.
Alexandra's younger brother, Joe, suffers from a progressive physical disability called spinal muscular atrophy, a platform she continues to raise awareness for through Cure SMA.
Unfortunately, to date, there is no cure for the disease. Balanced lunch and breakfast, or brunch as you may call it.
She is the most determined person I know, one of the most selfless people I know. She does so much for, obviously, Cure SMA. She'll always make sacrifices for her family.
Alexandra, a first-generation Ukraine American, is deeply connected to the country through her family roots.
Unfortunately, there is a humanitarian crisis going on right now between Ukraine and Russia, and that affects me because that's exactly where my roots are.
The Miss USA pageant kicks off in Reno, Nevada on October 3rd, and boy, is Alexandra determined to take home a win.
New Jersey has never won Miss USA before, so I am very determined to bring the crown to New Jersey.
In Old Bridge, Kimberly Kravitz, News 12 New Jersey.
We wish her the best of
That's
luck.
hard to believe we've never had a winner. Maybe she'll be the first.
We hope so.
Yeah, we do.
Welcome back. Representing the land of enchantment on a national stage, Suzanne Perez has won this year's Miss New Mexico crown, and she will now go on to compete to capture the hearts of the nation at the 2022 Miss USA competition. We are joined by Suzanne Perez herself this morning, finding out more about her journey and what it means to represent New Mexico for the entire country to see. Suzanne, it is great to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's surreal to be here knowing that the Miss USA competition is soon, so I'm just really excited.
It's coming up. So, I mean, we've been kind of talking about this before we came on air. What has your pageant journey been like?
So it has been absolutely insane from the moment that I won Miss New Mexico USA. Honestly, from, before I won Miss New Mexico USA, I was prepping for years. Yeah. I have dreamt about going to Miss USA since I was 16 years old. So it's been 9 years in the making, 8 or 9 years in the making. So, to just win the crown and be able to represent New Mexico and also be the first Asian to win this title after 70 years, it's, I'm honored to bring that representation.
Amazing. Let's walk everybody through this moment right here. The second you were crowned, what went through your head?
It was a blur for me. I think I was shaking on stage when I was holding hands with my first runner-up. She was trying to calm me down because I was absolutely shaking. I was already crying before that moment, and once I heard my name, it was just an absolute blur to, finally accomplish that dream after not even believing that it would ever happen. So it was just a very, very surreal moment.
Wow. So pageant's been a part of your life for many years now. To get to this level, to know you're going to be on the national stage, you're going to have the eyes of the nation literally looking on you.
Yeah.
No pressure. But,
none at all, none at all.
Yeah. What's going through your mind? What are the preparations to get ready for that?
So I would lie if I say it wasn't overwhelming in, a very huge way, but I feel like ever since I won, I've had a really, really great team helping me out with Laura's Productions. That's my organization for Miss New Mexico USA. So she has been helping me out. I've been having walking training, I've been having Q&A training, I've been doing interview training, on stage training, so a lot of I've been really, really prepping for this moment just to make sure that when I step on the Miss USA stage, I'm giving not my 100%, but my 200% and just, leave with no regrets.
There you go. And again, we know as part of being part of the Miss USA pageantry, there's an advocacy and platform, and let's talk about yours.
Yeah, so I am currently in my master's program at ENMU right now studying speech-language pathology, and so with that I get to work with a lot of children with disabilities. My family is from the Philippines, so I've spent a lot of time going back home to the Philippines, and over there the way they treat people with disabilities is very, very heartbreaking. So seeing that firsthand, seeing the stigma that it's placed upon them, I know that having the crown gives me a bigger platform to really stand for something I'm passionate about that. And with my career and with what I've seen firsthand, I'm huge on advocating for disability awareness and disability rights, and just trying to, make sure that society sees them in a very, great way, and making sure that we empower them and give them the tools that they need to succeed.
There you go. I feel kind of like the guy that's doing the competition with USA. If you were crowned Miss USA, what would it be like, though, to achieve that?
That would be, I can't even imagine it. It's,
Right.
It's crazy. I couldn't imagine winning Miss New Mexico USA, and now that Miss USA is here too, I can't even imagine that. But it would be an honor to win that. It's more than just the glitz and the glamour. It's about having the platform and having the power to be able to, advocate for things bigger than yourself. For me personally, I would be the first Filipino American to win the title for Miss USA, so that would be revolutionary in itself, giving representation to Asian people all around the world.
There you go. And getting that crown there just to represent New Mexico to get to the next level. We're keeping our fingers crossed for you that you're going to get the even bigger crown and represent Miss USA. So let's get some details on how we can watch.
Yeah, so I actually leave for Miss USA Week. It's a week-long progress. I leave on September 24th and I check in the 25th. But for competition, we have prelims coming up on September 29th, which would be a Friday. That'll be live online as well. And then we have a state competition on Sunday, and then on October 3rd, Monday night, that's the big day. It'll be live on Hulu and FYI, so you guys can watch Miss New Mexico and Miss USA.
There it is. Best of luck to you, Suzanne Perez, and thanks for repping New Mexico.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to First at 4. In our First at 4 forums today, we have the honor of welcoming Miss West Virginia USA, Christian Leonard. Christian, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for coming on. Now let's get right down and dirty to it. You wrote a children's book called Shining Scars, named after a charity you founded. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I was 15 whenever I decided to create my nonprofit foundation, Shining Scars. And I developed it to help children and teens who have physical or emotional scars. I grew up as a child that had to go in and out of surgeries for most of my life, and I always felt alone and a little lost. I was bullied very badly due to my physical appearance because I looked different than my peers. So when I was 15, I decided, you know what, I don't want any other child to feel the way that I felt. And I developed Shining Scars, but I wanted a way to reach the younger generation, and so I decided to write my own children's book. And I was 16 whenever I got published, and it was a whirlwind because right away I won a Mom's Choice Award in Silver for it. Wow. It opened up so many doors for me as becoming an author, and I've been able to take that children's book and my message behind Shining Scars to over 10,000 students in the state of West Virginia so far, and my book's traveled internationally now, so it's been to over 35 countries. And partnering with other nonprofit organizations such as Cuddles for Clefts has been a real blessing.
Well, congratulations for all the success. That's amazing. And speaking of stars, you are wearing a very beautiful crown with some stars on it right now because you are competing in Miss USA. Yes. Tell me about that. You're leaving the 17th, correct?
I'm actually leaving September 24th.
Oh, wow.
The September 17th will be my send-off party for Miss USA. And it's been a very exciting, very humbling experience. I've been competing in pageantry for 10 years. So I've waited 10 years to wear this very shiny hat.
Ooh, it's a pretty shiny hat, so it's worth the 10 years.
Yeah, it is. And I'm excited for Miss USA. It's going to be live on FYI and Hulu on October 3rd. And that's when we'll see who the next Miss USA is. And I'm very excited because West Virginia has never won Miss USA. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm excited to have the support of my Mountaineer family behind me.
Excellent. Well, I know we're all keeping our fingers crossed at home, but my next question is, how do you get ready for a pageant like that?
So there's a lot of intricate details when it comes to preparing for Miss USA. Obviously, you want to look your best, and with that, you have help and support from your sponsors. And some of my biggest sponsors, they've been working tirelessly to help me prepare for Miss USA, whether it's interview prep or getting your gown. At Miss USA, I'll be competing in private interview, on-stage question, evening gown, swimsuit, and they just added a new phase it's not so much of a competition, but it is a new night at Miss USA where they are going to have us in state costumes. So each girl is going to show up to the pageant having a state costume that represents their state. So I'm very excited about mine. I'm keeping mine a secret.
Okay, I was going to ask, can you tell us?
I'm keeping it a secret, but I'm very excited to represent all Mountaineers.
Are you able to tell us the gown color?
I cannot. Oh my gosh,
so
I
many
know.
secrets.
I know, it's so many secrets, but I'm very excited. I don't think anybody will be disappointed.
Well, Christian, we are so excited to watch you pursue your dreams at the Miss USA pageant. And thank you all so much for being on this interview. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.